North Dakota first. KX News at 10 starts now.
Good evening. I'm Renee Cooper. Thanks for watching KX News. Leading our coverage tonight, should North Dakota's presidential electors be required to vote for the candidate supported by the voters? A bill that's up for debate in the state legislature says yes. Reporter Maddie Biertemple has more on a bill aiming to prevent faithless electors from thwarting the will of the people.
John Olson was one of North Dakota's 3 electors in 2016 when he says out-of-state groups pressured him to vote for then-Democratic candidate Hillary Clinton, even though his state voted resoundingly for former President Donald Trump.
That influence that was exerted was, enormous. I mean, I had over 1,000 hard copy letters that were stuffed into my mailbox in days at a time. I had probably, I estimate, about 20,000 emails.
Olson voted in line with the people, just like 2020 elector Robert Wiefeld, who says he didn't receive the same input.
No, there's no pressure from anybody, one way or the other. One person gave me a book to read. It was all about how bad Trump was. I read it and didn't change my mind.
But even if both electors defected, there's nothing in state law that would have stopped that. Lawmakers are looking to change that with a bill to enact the Uniform Presidential Electors Act.
This process for the electing the president and vice president has been the law of the United States since 1804. House Bill 1076 creates a method of ensuring that electors vote as they have pledged.
Representative Lawrence Clamine introduced the bill, which in part would require electors pledge to, quote, mark my ballots for president and vice president for the nominees for those offices of the party that nominated me, end quote. If the elector were to violate that pledge, he or she would be removed from the position and another person would take that spot. Olson supports the bill.
You're put on there for a reason by the party that chose you to represent its interests. We shouldn't be subject to outside influence outside of our state. We should be representing our state.
Wiefeld says the legislature can do what it wants, but he doesn't think the bill is necessary.
We don't have that problem in North Dakota. We've never had that problem in North Dakota. I think it's a problem elsewhere. Maybe it's one that they're trying to address if in case it comes this way.
Last summer, the Supreme Court ruled that states can invoke consequences for faithless electors, and so far, 6 have. North Dakota would become the 7th state to adopt the act if the Senate passes it and the governor signs on. Reporting in Bismarck for KX News, Maddie Biertemple.
The bill has now been passed to the Senate Judiciary Committee, but has not been voted on yet in that chamber. Today, residents and staff